Imagine a place where the birth of a daughter is celebrated with sweets, music, and joy. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if that celebration wasn't because she was loved, but because she was expected to become the family's future source of income? And this is the disturbing reality of the Banchhada community in parts of Madhya Pradesh. A story that raises difficult questions about poverty, tradition, and exploitation. Well, firstly, let us shed light on who are the Banchhada community. Well, the Banchhada community lives mainly across Ratlam, Mandsaur, and other districts in western Madhya Pradesh, and their population is estimated at around 23,000 to 25,000 people. And what stands out is the unusually high number of women compared to men. And in several surveys, women significantly outnumbered men, reflecting a social structure very different from most parts of India. But behind all these numbers lies a painful reality. Well, how did this practice begin? The roots of this tradition go back to the British colonial era. The community was declared a criminal tribe under the Criminal Tribes Act of 1871, leading to constant police surveillance, arrest, and discrimination. And according to historians, activists, and community elders, many families who couldn't afford money to secure the release of male relatives allegedly sent unmarried girls instead. And over the time, the survival strategy gradually turned into a deeply entrenched social custom. Even after independence, when the law was repealed and the community was recognized as a denotified tribe and later listed as a scheduled caste, the practice continued across generations. But why is the birth of a girl celebrated under this community? Well, unlike many parts of India, where sons are traditionally preferred, some families in this community celebrate the birth of a daughter. But the reason is heartbreaking, as many girls are seen as future earners through commercial sexual exploitation rather than simply as children. Reports and activists say that girls often receive better food, clothing, and care not because of equality but because they are expected to financially support the family later in life. Many are allegedly pushed into the trade around the ages of 12 to 14, while male relatives often depend on their earnings. But firstly, now let us shed light on this cycle of exploitation. That how did it begin? Well, the practice doesn't stop there, as many women reportedly work near highways, roadside settlements, or travel to nearby cities based on client demand, and their earnings often become the primary source of income for the family. Marriage customs within parts of the community also reinforce the cycle, and in some cases, men demand large sums for marriage, and families depend on daughters' earnings to meet these expenses. And for many girls, escaping the system becomes extremely difficult. Well, this tradition also increases the traffic allegations cases. Notably, investigations over the years have uncovered disturbing trafficking cases, and police have reported instances where young girls, including infants, were allegedly purchased from other districts and states. And one widely reported 2014 case in one of the districts of Madhya Pradesh involved the rescue of a 6-year-old girl who had allegedly been brought years earlier. Authorities said that the transaction had even been documented on stamp paper. And activists believe that organized middlemen have played a role in such trafficking networks, while thousands of women and girls continue to remain vulnerable. Can the cycle be broken? Well, governments, police, and several NGOs have launched education drives, skill development programs, rehabilitation initiatives, and self-help groups in order to provide alternative livelihoods, and some encouraging changes have emerged. Well, young members of the community have cleared competitive examinations, joined government jobs, and some women have successfully left the trade to start new lives. But the challenge remains enormous. Poverty, social stigma, lack of stable employment, documentation issues for children, and pressure from within the community continue to make change difficult. Well, a public interest litigation was also filed in the Madhya Pradesh High Court seeking stronger action against highway-based prostitution is also still pending. Well, the story of the Banchhada community is not just about one tradition. It is about how history, discrimination, poverty, and exploitation can trap generations in a cycle that becomes difficult to escape. Experts argue that lasting change will require much more than police action, and it will need quality education, sustainable employment opportunities, access to identity documents, rehabilitation programs, and long-term social support so that every child, especially every girl, can grow up with the freedom to choose her own future. Well, what are your thoughts in this issue? Can education and economic opportunities finally break this generation's old cycle? Let us know in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the Savera for more such updates.